Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I'm not really sure what to show for this video, so sorry if the background seems a little bland. But basically, there was a really interesting question that was a request for a video, and I've noticed this a couple times, but I don't do Alliance War. And so the stakes of if this happens to me are really low, right? Like the arena. Who cares? Or event quest completion. Who cares? Side quest, even Alliance Quest Map 5. Not a big deal. But when the AI evolves and it affects the highest skill level of the game, Alliance War, of course, being the most relevant, but also Act 7, Act 6, the Abyss, you name it, the Gauntlet previously, it becomes a lot more relevant. And so we have a summoner by the name of, and I love this name, it's a great Ben & Jerry's flavor of ice cream as well. Chunky Monkey has an AI question. Let me just read you his message while the game just kind of goes on in the background behind me. Hey, Prof, I've been watching and loving your videos for a long time now. Keep up the great work. Thanks, buddy. There have been a slew of annoying AI changes to the contest for a while, but one in particular that currently irks me. I was wondering if you and or others are experiencing this and it's worth talking about. Okay, so I can talk about this from a limited perspective, but part of the reason why I'm making this video is to get his question out there to the masses, to the community. So please share this with your alliance and let me know in the comments your thoughts. The AI pattern in question happens when you try to use a special attack. So imagine you've built up enough special. Maybe it's special 1, maybe it's special 2, maybe it's special 3. So, AI pattern happens when you try to build up a special attack and then it triggers the defender to use their special instead. So you go to tap the special screen to use it and instead the defender beats you to it. It's almost like a Western, like a quick draw, right? It's almost like you're pressing the button for the opponent's special instead of yours. This leaves you open to take the opponent's attack to the face since you're not blocking because you're busy trying to tap your special button. This is a huge problem in costly stakes such as Alliance War. However, this opens up a potential bigger problem if this type of behavior is allowed in general. If the AI is able to respond and or counter to a specific input action on our end by code, they can adjust further actions in the future to react to all other inputs. Needless to say, this leaves no chance for non-AI players. He says this has to be some kind of breach somewhere, but I lack the technical knowledge to know it's at least ethically not acceptable. So, who knows? Maybe this isn't an issue. Maybe this is just something that he's seen that he thinks might be a problem, but it's not. However, there have been a couple times where I think it's happened to me, but I don't like to put myself in as an example because it feels kind of embarrassingly pathetic to compare my situation to him in Alliance War. And so I really just want to know, have you seen this in content? And in what game mode have you seen this? Does this worry you, or do you think it's a bit premature? I understand all perspectives on this, but I do think it's a slippery slope, right? This new AI is scary when it evolves. And if you look at old YouTube videos, I'm talking about old YouTube videos, like from 2015, 2016, and you look at how the AI responds on recordings, it's crazy different. Like worlds different. We've adapted to it, and so we don't notice it as much. However, it's getting a little crazy when you don't normally notice it, and then something happens and you think, oh, that's not normal at all. So I promised Mr. Chunky Monkey that I would address this. I appreciate him reaching out. He's one of the rare people that tried to add me online and somehow succeeded. Usually it's a one-way street. I can add people, but they can't add me because apparently I have too many friends, and that's been broken for several years. So sorry if you keep trying to add me, but remember, Instagram is the worst way to reach me, worst way to submit things, worst way to message me, just the worst way in general. Thanks again to the summoner for raising this issue. Let's keep this video around 5 minutes and end it here. I appreciate all feedback and really perspectives on this very important issue.